So the screen is still visible to you all.
Not now.
Not now.
Yeah, I can see it now.
Okay. So we were talking about Sika's solution for structural strengthening. So we offer you Sika Carbodure plates. These are basically carbon fiber preformed plates, which is having a very high tensile value, and it is used for flexural strengthening of RCC structure. CFRP plate in Sika we call as Carbodure plate. It is being used with epoxy adhesives, which is Sikadur 30 LP. This fiber and epoxy composite material will increase the flexural capacity of the beam. These comes in 100-meter roll size, and you can cut these laminates as per the requirement. And this can be used in negative and positive bending movement both. And these plates can be post tension as well. Carbodure plates are being fixed with epoxy adhesive, which is called as Sikadur 30 LP. And this Sikadur 30 LP is basically a 25-year-old epoxy adhesive, which are being used by us. And this is a thixotropic material, and it will act as a primer, as putty, as well as adhesive. So basically a multi-purpose material which is being used for fixing these carbon plates. You can see in the photograph how these plates are being fixed in the RCC member, and this person is removing the excess epoxy post application of this FRP plate. This epoxy has a beauty that you can apply if you wanted to use 2 or 3 number of layers. The plate on plate application that can be done with the same epoxy material. You not need to use the different material, and this material can be used for steel, masonry, wood, all kinds of substrates. If you talk about the properties of Sika Carbodure, there are different grades of Carbodure available in India. If we talk about the surface applied Carbodure plates, it is having a thickness of 1.4 mm and having a width of 50 mm and 100 mm. In the photograph, you can see there is a name mentioned in the plate. So once you procure or once you see the material delivered at the site, you should always check that the material supplied has the printed name in the material or not. This is printed at every 10 to 5 meters length. The second is Carbodure NSM. NSM are near surface mounted plates. These are also similar material, but these are fixed inside the structure by putting the grooves and fixing these carbon plates inside the concrete. And BC rods are the rods of carbon. So this is not plate, these are rods. So these rods are also used in the negative bending movement, majorly used in negative bending movements, and or can be used in a different locations. So this comes in a variable thicknesses from 6 mm to 12 mm. And all these systems or all these Carbodure plates can be fixed with the Sikadur 30 LP epoxy adhesive. For installation of this CFRP plates, if this is your substrate, and first you need to put the putty of Sikadur 30 LP, which is the epoxy, and the same material need to be applied on Carbodure plate as well. And this plate can be fixed on the RCC surface just by hand and roller. So this is how the application of CFRP plate. This is very easy and fast application. So you can strengthen any flexural deficiency just by pasting this carbon plates on RCC member. So this is the beauty of this system. When we talk about next segment, this is called NSM. NSM are basically near surface mounted. The full form of NSM is near surface mounted reinforcement. In what we will do in such case, we cut the grooves in the concrete and fix and we fill Cicadur 30 LP or different epoxy. Cicadur 330 can be filled, Cicadur 300 can be filled. We can suggest the different grade of epoxy depending upon the different requirement, and we place this carbon plates. These carbon plates having a different widths depending upon the different deficiency, and these carbon can be fixed inside the epoxy resin, and this is how it flexural capacity of any RCC member. These are basically used for negative bending moment, where like cantilever portions, such areas where we need to fix the FRP from the top side of the RCC member. So we generally use NSM system over there. So if we see different advantages of NSM system. So it is very optimal. It does not need any end anchorage because this complete system is filled with epoxy and is fit inside the concrete. So there is no additional end anchorage which is required here. It is when the substrate quality is poor and we need to, we do not want to spend more in the surface preparation part. In such case, we can just have a groove cutting and fill the groove with the NSM rods. It is actually invisible strengthening also, because post strengthening nobody can judge the system has strengthened or not. Some limitation with this NSM rods are you need to cut this RCC, and while cutting this RCC, you need to keep in mind that you are not cutting the reinforcement. So first we need to check whether the where is the placement of the reinforcement, and accordingly we can create a groove. And also this cost of groove is also cutting of concrete is also one of the cost in such case. But we see the typical application when we have a negative movement in the slab, when we have a deficiency in the top reinforcement, we can certainly use these NSM plates. Where we need to strengthen the masonry buildings, old structures, these NSM rods are very much successful in such areas. For wooden structures, this is also one of the area where the NSM rods have seen positive results. This is the one of the example where in Italy, where the historic masonry tower is being strengthened with this FRP NSM system, in which the BC rods of 5 mm dia are being used for strengthening this old masonry building. Other than Sika Carbado rods or NSM system, we have a different system which is called as a Sika wrap. Sika wrap are basically a fabric kind of material of carbon, which is being used for confinement of RCC structure or increase the shear strengthening of RCC. These are basically a unidirectional carbon or glass fabric materials, and it is being used with epoxy adhesive. There are two types of epoxy which are being used for adhesion of this system. One is Cicadur 330 and another is Cicadur 300. I will explain in upcoming slides where to use Cicadur 300 and where to use Cicadur 330. Post application of this epoxy, this fabric will act as a laminate, and it can also be used to increase the flexural capacity of the structure. But we have generally used it in shear and confinement of the RCC member, because uh, one of the comparison has also done in ACI, where if you have applied 3 numbers of Sika wrap or of carbon fabric versus a single plate or single carbon plate, so this is how this system will not be economical in flexural strengthening. When we talk about the product range of Sika wrap, there are different grades of carbon fiber available in Sika's range. One is 230C, 230C called as which is a 230 GSM of carbon fiber inside it. All these values are, will show you how much grams of carbon fiber per square meter of material consists. So 230 GSM means 230 grams of carbon fiber, this weight of the carbon sheet. This 301 C means 300 gram of weight will be there for 1 square meter of carbon sheet. Similarly, 450 GSM, 600 GSM, and 900 GSMs of carbon fibers are available. All these carbon fibers having a different thicknesses and different tensile values. So once we design this FRP system, we can opt any of the FRP fabric, and depending upon the deficiency what we have. We have 2 types of glass fabric also available. One is 430G and 930G. Additionally, we have Sika Wrap FX50C and Sika 350G grid. Sika 350G grid is basically a cementitious, is basically a carbon fiber grid wrap, but is being used with cementitious matrix. All the other systems are being used with epoxy matrix, epoxy resin matrix. These are 2 types of epoxy resins, which is 330 and 300. What Sika offers you, what Sika says is that during the application, you need to understand this system will work once it will be 100% impregnated inside the epoxy. If it is not impregnated 100% inside the epoxy, the system will not work. This is how we develop our methodology. What Sika says is the higher GSMs will always be wetted first or impregnated first inside the resin, and then we need to apply on the RCC system. So this is the difference between our methodology and the market practice. And we always says that for higher GSMs, it is actually practically not possible to wetting this carbon fiber completely inside the epoxy, because the thickness, once you increase the thickness of this fabric, the impregnation of will not be possible. So that is why we recommend to use wet layup system. What is wet layup system? Wet layup system means in which we keep this fabric wet in the floor and then place on the RCC system. Whereas dry layup, what is it? Dry layup means we apply epoxy on the concrete, then we apply carbon fabric on the RCC system. In dry layup, you can see that lower thicknesses or lower GSM fabrics seen a very good results. But for higher GSM, where the thickness of fabric is very high, so in such cases, the wet layup is always recommended. So this slide I have prepared to differentiate between the systems which are being used in market and what Sika recommends. In market, what is the system which is available of FRP is apply a first layer of primer, then apply another layer of adhesive on the RCC system, then apply impregnating resin, then apply fabric, and again a resin. That means a fabric is still dry during the application, and this methodology is applicable for all the GSMs available in the range. what we have seen is, in such case, the fabric will not get impregnated fully. So for greater GSMs, for GSM which are greater than 500, we always recommend to have a wet system in which Cicado 330, which is the concrete primer, in this case, need to apply on the concrete surface, and this Cica wrap need to be wetted properly in the floor before application of this on the RCC surface with Cicadur 300 impregnating resin. Once this system will get wetted, and then we need to apply this wet wrap on the RCC system. So this is called a wet layup system. For this is being used for shear strengthening and confinement of the column. We can have a different types of application or different types of systems for increasing the shear capacity. We can have 3 sides of confinement, we can have 4 sides of confinement, or we can have 2 sides of confinement depending upon the site availability. So moving from left to right, we can see the effectiveness of this FRP will decrease. So once we see the ACI code, it also recommends to have an additional reduction factor if we opt 3 sides of wraps or 2 sides of wrap instead of complete 4 sides of wrap. Next product or the next solution in terms of structure strengthening, we offer as Cica Wrap FX. This is one of the beautiful products that Cica only provides. No other manufacturers offers such kind of material in the market currently. This is basically a carbon fiber string, and it is having a 50 gram of weight in per meter, and this material has a variable application. This is a very multi-purpose product and can be used in shear, can be used in flexural strengthening, can be used in confinement as well. It can be used as a NSM. It can be used in every. That means this is a single product. You can use it any location and anywhere you need. But you can see here the picture where this, is it visible or it is readable to all? Because I think the lines which is in the bottom portion of the slide is not readable to me. I will try to zoom it. Now I guess it is visible. Yeah. So you can use it as an anchorage for FRP system. You can use it a through and through anchor for reinforced based FRP system. You can use this system as an NSM like this. You can use this system as a negative reinforcement in area 4 here. We have used it as a negative reinforcement. You can use this system for increasing the shear of the beam like they have used in number 5 here. And this column and beam joint can also be strengthened with this FX50 product. So this is a very beautiful product what Cica offers, and this is the only company that offers this kind of fabric string. So if you compare two systems in which the beam is 4 sides wrapped, one is with Cica wrap and another with Cica wrap FX. For application of this wrap, you need to cut this slab and then apply this wrap, or you can have 3 sides of layer. You have 2 options in this system, whereas in Cica wrap FX system, you need to drill this and fix this string, and post application nobody can see that this beam has strengthened with FRP. So this is a very wonderful product. So this is the reference where we have used this FX50 for strengthening of this cantilever balcony, where we have put on the negative side of the slab. So what we have understood is we have Carbodor plates and NSM plates, which are being used for flexural strengthening. We have Carbo shear, or we have Sika wrap, which are being used for shear strengthening. We have Sika wrap FX, that is a multi-purpose product, and it can be used for flexural shear and confinement in all cases. Then we talk about why Sika. As I said, we are being into this industry from last 25 years, and we have various number of references of projects. So Sika has a very rich experience in this subject. So this is why we can say, or we have expertise in this subject. The quality of product, what quality of product we offer to the market is a very high standard product. The glass transition temperature is greater than 100 degrees Celsius. This is a unique thing that Sika is offering to their customers. Testing of durability. We have undergone various tests for our products, and we have seen it is very much durable for more than 20 to 25 years. One of the testing is still going on from 1980s till date in Switzerland, and for Sikadur epoxy adhesives, and we are testing this epoxy adhesives for durability of the 50 years actually. So we have tested our product for long durability, and this is one of the unique thing that you can say Sika offers to the customers, that the complete system will be provided from a single supplier. We have seen there are a numbers of manufacturers, or you can say traders in the market who offers only fabric by, or only epoxy, not fabric. So the compatibility issue will always be there. So Sika offers you a complete system from a single brand, and this takes an ownership of the company. The correct methodology. This is what I was stating earlier as well. We always recommend to have the wet application of this FRP for higher GSMs, and at last this Carbodor software. This is the software which only Sika offers to their customer. No other manufacturer has experienced or has developed such kind of software till now. So because we are being into this business from last so many years, so this is the need that we have seen, and this is why we developed this software for the customers, and it is free of cost available. So this is a very beautiful software. People are adding. Coming to the Sika Carbodor software introduction, people have already installed it, so I will not take much time for introducing this software. However, I can say this is most powerful tool available currently in market for designing this FRP system. It is free of cost available at Sika.com or Sika India website, and it is currently available post downloading. It is available for 15 days, and once you do the online registration, it will be licensed for you freely. So it has 5 modules. You can select any of the 5 module for designing this FRP. First thing is the carbon fiber column. The axial capacity increment of column. Second is the flexural increment of beam. Third is shear increment or shear deficiency if it is there in beam. Fourth is also the same, the flexural deficiency in the beam. But if you have a variable loads in your structure, then you can opt the fourth one. Similarly, if you have a variable loads with the shear deficiency in the beam, so you can select the fifth one. When we talk about the advantages of CPAC Architecture software, this is a very professional software. You can design or you can uh, produce a different sections using the software. So there is very much limitation that you cannot not use a different variety of sections. You can use T-beam, I-beam, and different sections like this you are seeing. The complex geometries can be easily be done with this software. This is safe because it shows you an error when you design any wrong thing using the software would not allow you to design. So once you use this software, you will also see that if you are putting the value incorrect, this will not allow you to move further. So so that is why you can say it is safe. It is user friendly because it has a very good graphics. You can easily understood using graphics, and if it is not clear, you can select any of the section, and such kind of tab will be there, and you can read about this. If it is still not understood, so there is an help tab available on the top right of the area. You can select and get this detail help over there. So this is a very user friendly software, and every structural engineer can easily understood it very well. It is free of cost. It updates automatically, and there is no black box available. So all the reports, all the results that you have done is generated in PDF format, and this report will have the complete formulas that are based on ACI 440 or whatever code that you have selected. You can use the different codes for designing this FRP using this single software, because this is a global software. So people are being used the same software for different industry, for different codes. So what I was telling you is there is no black box. So all the things are clear in the report. So moving toward the FRP design, here I wanted to have a question if there is anything which is not clear in the presentation till now, or otherwise we can move further to the designing part. I think it is 2:22 and it is only 20 to 25 minutes, 20 minutes left. I will move little faster. Talking about the design codes, there are European design codes for different European countries. Like UK, they are using TR55. Netherlands, they are using Germany. Oh, sorry, they are using CUR91. Germany have their different codes. Switzerland are using their codes. All the major European countries are using their codes, and other countries like India, India is using the American standards. So we are here following ACI 4402R only. Canada is using their own code, and Japan is also having the different code. So here today in our presentation, we will discuss about ACI 4402R, which are commonly used in India. It covers the design for flexure strengthening, for shear, for confinement, for increasing the axial capacity by confining of column in case of axial loading. In case of eccentric loading, you can also use this. ACI also refers the shear wall designing and seismic strengthening. But I will not discuss about the last two. I will only discuss about the top four: flexure, shear, and axial and eccentric loading pattern. For flexure, if you refer chapter 10 of ACI 4402R, it is documented that FRP can increase 10 to 160% of flexural strength. The design moment after application of FRP will be the sum of the existing moment of the RCC member plus the moment which is induced by the FRP laminates. So you can directly add this by multiplying a factor, which is the reduction factor, to the capacity of the laminate. So MNF, the moment capacity of the laminate, and you can multiply the reduction factor to the capacity of the laminate and add this both value, we will get the complete moment capacity of the structure. The design moment of the FRP is given as area of fiber into FE is the tensile property of the fiber, and this is the lever arc. So if this is the section of a beam, and this is the unstrengthened section, so this is the stress strain distribution diagram, and X is the depth of the neutral axis. Post application of this FRP laminates, this neutral axis shifts downward, and the additional strain, which is epsilon F, will be provided by the additional laminate. And this, if you refer the fourth shear diagram, this additional tensile force will be provided by this additional laminates, and this is how the beam will get strengthened. So you can strengthen beam up to a limiting value where the neutral axis reaches to the maximum value. Here we can solve a problem where we can have a beam of 450 and 300 mm size, and we wanted to increase 35% of the capacity of this beam. We have considered that it is a M20 grade of concrete and 415 is the grade of steel. Three number of bars of 16 mm dia are placed. So unstrengthened section capacity is 87 kilonewton meter, and anticipated moment is 120 kilonewton meter. If you refer clause number 16.3 of ACI 4402R, it is the 13 steps which you need to follow for designing this beam for flexural strengthening, in which you need to calculate the existing design properties of FRP first, then you need to estimate the depth of neutral axis, then you need to calculate the strain in FRP, and post calculation of this strain and stress, you need to equate this and calculate the C again, and cross checking whether the calculated C is equal or nearly equal to the estimated C or not. If it is not, then you need to reiterate the complete process, and this is how this C is calculated. Then post estimation of this C, you can calculate this moment here by this formula, the bending moment due to FRP. So this is how the ACI says to design this beam for flexure. But if you use this Sika Carbdur software, it is really easy. So I am moving my presentation towards the Sika Carbdur software. If you have your software with you, please open that, or I am doing it for you. You can see. My screen is visible to you all?
Yes.
So I'm selecting a beam for flexure. You can write the project name here, the element designation like it is a beam B1 kind, and then you can select the cross section, which is 450 by 300. You can add, you can put here width and the height. If the beam is not there, if it is a slab, you can select this. If it is a T beam, if it is an inverted T beam, or it is an I beam, you can select any of this section from here. I'm considering here as per my problem, which is 450 by 300 beam, and you need to put the compressive strength here, which is the cylindrical specimen or the cubical specimen, because in India we are using the cubical specimen. So we put here 20 MPa. The European countries are using the cylindrical specimen. You can use this as well if you are using if you are having the value of cylindrical specimen with you. For bottom, we have three reinforcement of 16 mm dia. This is the cover of 30 mm, but we have you can change it by 40 mm or 25 mm depending upon your structure. The grade of steel, which is 250, 415, 500, you can select from here. If you don't want to use number of bars, you can select the number of area. Well, that means you can select the area in mm square as well. But currently I am using 3 numbers of bars with 16 mm dia. So I am currently doing it for the positive bending moment, and this is the unstrengthened section capacity 87.42, the capacity of the unstrengthened section. And by putting the values here, the values of movement of dead load and live load, we can get of anticipated load values here. If we have increased the value by any chance, so you can see there is error which is showing here. So you can increase the capacity in a limit so that it will not show any error. Now here we wanted to increase from 87 to 111, and by selecting the laminates, you can have a different types of laminates available. 514 means a 50 mm thick laminate. 1014 means 100 mm thick, wide. 100 mm wide laminate, and 514 is 50 mm wide laminate. 14 means 1.54 mm thick. So all these are 1.4 mm thick laminate, and the width of the laminate is 50 mm, 100 mm, and 120 mm. So you can select any of the available material, or because all these three material are available in India, I am selecting, I'm using this software for India. So that is why it is showing only 3. If you select any other country, you will see a long list of material depending upon the different countries. By selecting here, we can have the 3 options. We can use 2 number of 100 mm laminate or 4 number of 50 mm laminate. The area will be same in all cases. Post application of this FRP, we have seen this strengthened section has a movement capacity of 120. The X, which is the neutral axis depth, is 138 mm. And this is how we can get the printout here. So if you see all the calculation here, there are only one layer of 2 number of laminate of 1.4 mm thick and 100 mm wide, which is to be used for strengthening this structure. Post application of this, the structure is now able to take care of load of 120 kilonewton meter. However, the ultimate capacity of the beam is now 145. It is being factored by 0.83, and then it is coming 120.56. You all are engineers, you well understood that this factor is very much required, because this is the ultimate capacity. But if you are comparing the ultimate capacity of the beam to the ultimate capacity, please consider this value. Otherwise, you can consider this. This is how you can see the report in which all the calculations are there, and you can refer all these calculations with the ACI code, which is ACI 4402R. So moving to the presentation again. If you have any query, please raise. Otherwise, I am moving to the shear reinforcement now.
I think Chetan has a
Yes.
query.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it any will get benefit in deflection to control the deflection?
No.
No.
If it is deficiency in deflection, so in such case, we need to improve the depth of the section. Yes.
Okay.
It is actually, you need to understand, is it actually a reinforcement you are applying only external side
Yeah.
of the beam. So it is
Yeah. Some
the,
serviceability check I saw in your that file. What
yes.
that's why I asked. Serviceability is that checking the stress. I not get that one.
Yes, stress it is there, and this is there in the software because it is checking for serviceability. So the maximum serviceable stress in the concrete, in the fiber, or in the steel, it is checking.
Yes,
But
Sachin,
if yes,
those fibers, the plates which you initially mentioned, and you also mentioned that those can be post-tensioned.
yes.
Those help in reducing deflection or no?
See, we
Because you are
can
applying a
have yes,
tension force.
we can have a different combination of different systems. In if there is any particular project or if we have particular deficiency, we will definitely see what are the other options available or what are the options available. We can combine all these options and get the solution for you. There is, or we can have a discussion depending upon the project requirement accordingly. But definitely we can increase the serviceability of the structure. But I'm saying if there is a deficiency in the depth of the beam or the area of steel has also reached at the maximum point, you cannot increase the AST now. The capacity of the beam is the at the maximum limit. In such case, if it is there, you need to increase the depth of the beam. This is the only area where we have limitation. Otherwise, there are n numbers of options where we can increase the capacity of the beam.
Okay.
Yeah. So I am moving toward the presentation again.
And on the software only, Sanjay,
Yes,
Sachin,
yes, yes.
is it possible to use IS 456 and Indian load factors?
No, no,
Or
no,
it's a
no.
purely international?
This is
Okay.
based on ACI 440. It is, you can use it TR55, which is the UK based code. You can use it as Swiss code or uh, uh, Canadian code.
Yeah, for composite design, yes, we can design because it's not available in Indian IS code.
But we need to,
However,
but here in India, what we are doing is, what I do personally is, I do some calculation on my own. Like we have a capacity as per IS, which is coming 800 kilonewton meter of a beam, say suppose, and by ACI it is coming 700 kilonewton meter. So I have clear idea that there is a difference in 100 kilonewton meter. So whatever value I am getting in ACI, so it will be at corresponding to the IS values which I am getting, which I required as per the IS standard. So I need to calculate accordingly in such case.
okay. But is there any control on the load factors can be they
Yes,
put as
yes,
manual?
definitely. You can use user type manual because there is an option in the, I can show you. If the software is visible to you all, you can select the load. You can go to the load tab and niche the combination is there. Here you can select the default ACI combination or user defined combination.
Perfect.
So you can always have the freedom to change the combinations.
Yeah, perfect.
As well as in reinforcement as well, if you do not want to use FE415, FE500, or if you have a different grade available, like means there are some professors which are studying for the durability part of the building. So they have considered that the grade of concrete was initially designed for 415. Now it is reduced to FE300. So they are putting the grade of steel, current grade of steel as F300 as well. So in such areas, you have freedom of that as well. You can select the steel grade, and if you go in the last option, there is an option which is user. In that, you can use the grade of steel. You can change the grade of steel as per your convenience as well. So you can use it, no problem. So moving to the shear strengthening, is there any question on the flexural part?
Yes, Sachin, one more question. Like our beams are there, suppose that is a part of like a link beam, lateral system. We have beams at a time, some means because earthquake forces are in to and fro, right? The top will be tension and again it compression tension will changing continuously.
Yes.
If suppose we have wrapped the fiber and if compression force is there, due to the compression force, is any damage to that fiber?
No, no.
No.
Actually,
In compression also it
yes.
intact, right?
Yes, it will be intact. You can refer ACI code. There is a chapter which is known as seismic strengthening. If you refer that chapter, you will get the clarity in such case.
Okay. Okay.
So moving to the shear strengthening, you can refer chapter 11 of ACI 440, where you read about the shear strengthening of RCC. The shear strength of RCC member can be increased by wrapping the member all around or wrapping 3 sides or wrapping 2 sides. There are 3 types of wrapping system which ACI has proposed. These all 3 types are shown here in the bottom portion. 4 sides completely wrapped, 3 type and 2 sides. And if you select the 3 side wrap or 2 side wrap, you need to have this additional factor of 0.85, which is showing here. So accordingly, you need to multiply the VF with the additional factor in case of 3 side wrap. And the FRP contribution for shear is given as AF into FFE. Sin alpha cos alpha means if you are applying this fiber in inclined manner, in such case, otherwise it will be sin alpha cos alpha will be 1. DF is the thickness of the fiber and SF is the spacing. So by this formula, you can calculate the shear contribution of FRP, and VC is the shear contribution of concrete and VS is the shear contribution of the steel. When you add all this with multiplication of the factor of reduction to the VF, you can get the nominal shear strength of the beam. I think you all are pretty aware about all these terms. So let us go with the example. Yes, I guess there is any question.
Sachin, Sachin, just one thing. Can you go back to the previous page? Yeah. So that completely wrapped option,
Yes.
I mean, how that is actually feasible on site, because there is a slab which is already connected.
I have, that is why I have purposely added a photograph in my presentation. In such case, you need to cut the slab and keep the wrap on the complete side of the beam. This is how. Understood, sir?
Okay, okay, okay. So that is purposefully done. Yeah.
Yes. We usually opt 3 side of confinement by additional factor of 0.85 because cutting the concrete will be a task. Adding a fiber will not be a task, but only the cost. So moving to the problem 2, where you have a T-beam, 600 by 300 mm size, slab thickness of 150 mm. I have considered a 3-side U-shaped wrap. The existing reinforcement in the beam is 2 lagged stirrups, 8 mm dia, 130 mm spacing. The strengthened section capacity was 256, and I wanted to increase the capacity by 40%. This is the steps that you need to follow as per ACI 4402R, that you need to calculate the design material properties just by multiplying the factor. And another formula for calculating the strain. If this strain is less than or equal to 0.004, then you need to select the epsilon FE. If it is greater than this, you need to select 0.004, and this epsilon FE is used for calculating this VF, and then you can calculate this nominal shear strength. But in our software, you can do it very quickly. You don't need to have the Excel, or you don't need to have the calculation on your calculator. I'm going towards the Sika Carbodur software again for calculating the shear part. Are you able to see the screen of the Carbodur software or PPT?
No, we can see the Carbodur software when you are switching to the Carbodur.
Okay. So this is the section that you need to select for shear. You can put the project name, element name here. Similarly, as the earlier case, compressive strength can be put here. If you wanted to use the user option is also there. I am considering as ACI 318. If you need to select the different sections are there, I am considering this section because I have only access to 3 sides. This is 300 mm height of the beam. Width of the beam is also 300 mm, and the available height is only 200 mm. So I have considered a 415 2-leg stirrup, 8 mm dia, 130 mm spacing. This is the existing reinforcement. So what was my problem? I guess I need to strengthen from 256 to 360. 300 mm size. Okay. The size is also not correct here. Slab. No. So unstrengthened section has a capacity of 256, and I wanted to increase by 40%, which is 360 kilonewton. So I can write here 100. 392, a little less, 376, a little more, 144. So this is how you can put the values here and get this anticipated loading as per the required value, and you can select the laminate here and get the calculation done for 3-side wrap. Because this is higher number of layers which is coming, which is 3 number of layer of 230 GSM. So I am opting 600 mm GSM of 50 mm thickness, and now it is coming only 2 layers of 600 GSM of shear stirrups are required. You can take the printout from here, and you can see the unstrengthened section capacity was 254. The shear FRP contribution is 123 kilonewton meter. These all are keeping the factors as per the ACI. You can see the calculation here, the complete calculation. This is, if you refer ACI, the complete calculation, you can see the same formula, which is FRP contribution, the area of FRP, and this is the effective strain in the laminate. It was less than 0.004, so it is considered as 0.0019. That is why this is the loading that we have put. This is the shear capacity of concrete. This is the shear capacity of steel. And by multiplying the additional factor, it has calculated the VM, which is 156. So you can see the complete details are there. Once you read the document, you can easily understand what it is. And please refer the ACI code, then you will be able to easily understand all these formulas and all. Is there any confusion in shear? Moving to the column with pure axial capacity increment. If you refer chapter number 11, there is a case where you can increase the axial capacity of load by confining the column. The capacity of column post confinement will be given as 0.85 times of this by this formula, and this is limited to the cross section of the area, because FRP contributes very good for circular columns. If it is a rectangular column, the contribution will be less. So that is why the additional factor of contribution, which is a shape factor, is applied in case of rectangular column, whereas the circular column, the formula is the same, which is shown here, where D is the dia of the column, FL is the confinement pressure, and FCC dash is the maximum confined compressive strength. So what we have done is we have increased the compressive strength of column from FC dash to FCC dash by creating the additional confinement pressure. And this is the ratio that you need to check. This FL by FC dash should be greater than or equal to, should be greater than 0.8. So this is the method as per the ACI. For rectangular column, what ACI says is you need to consider this rectangular column as a assumed circular column with a diameter D, and how you can convert this into a circular column by calculating the additional shape factor, which is Ka and Kb. This Ka and Kb can be calculated by these formulas, and this ratio AE by AC is calculated by this formula, and you can calculate Ka and Kb by such. And post calculation of shape factor, which is K and Kb, you can calculate this FCC dash here, which is the compressive strength of confined concrete. And post calculation of compressive strength of confined concrete, you can get the P, which is Pu, the capacity of the column. So moving to the third problem, column size of 400 or 400. Grade of concrete is M25, steel of grade is same, Fe 500, 12 of 20 mm dia, and this is, we need to increase by 50%. This is the case of pure axial. So this is 25 grade of concrete, rectangular column, 400 by 400. And the reinforcement was, I have already write all the reinforcement. You can also write, if you write 2 here, or if you write 3 here, you can see 3 on the y-axis. If you write 2 here, 2 on the x-axis, sorry, 2 here and 2 here. So that will be 4 total. So please note, don't put the values just by the numbers. See the drawing and then put the value. This was the capacity of the column, and we need to strengthen this column up to this capacity. By selecting this, you can have a single layer of 600 GSM. You can see from 20, this 20 is the cylindrical specimen compressive strength. This, if you write 25 here, the cylindrical specimen is 20, which is lesser than that. So if you see this graph, it is not actually 20, it is 25 as per our code. and it is now increased up to 22.7 as per the European code, and I guess approximately 27 or 28 MPa as per the IS code. So this is how you can see the values and take the printout of the all the values. This is FCC dash, which is the unconfined member compressive strength, and maximum confinement pressure. The maximum confinement pressure is calculated by this formula. So all these formulas have been calculated automatically in the software, and all the factor which is FL by FC dash should be greater than 0.08. I will show you if I increase the capacity or the loading, say it is 1000 which is required. In such case, two number of 600 GSM of wrap are required. If I write one here, see it is showing error. The strengthened section does not meet the requisite condition. So this is how the error shows in the software, and you cannot able to take the printout if you are not doing the right design. Moving to the PPT again. So this was the formula as per ACI. FCC dash was calculated by this formula, and confining pressure is calculated by this formula, and this is how you can derive the number of layers. So the software is 100% based on this calculation. So you can cross check anytime. You can see the results. This is based on ACI only, because ACI says if the length and width ratio of the column, that means the L by H ratio is greater than 2. That means one side of the column and the another side of the column has a ratio of more than 2. In such case, you cannot use ACI, because the as I shown you, the rectangular portion, the effectiveness of the confined area will be less. If the H by B ratio is greater than 2, ACI does not says anything, and it says that you should not use these formulas for H by B is greater than 2. If it is the case where the column has a one dimension greater than the other dimension by 2 times, you can opt the another code, which is your European England based code, which is TR55. So in such code you can use, or you can use FIB guidelines in that case. TR55 also do not allow you to do in such case, but FIB 14, this is the another guideline that is there for FRP design. So in that case, you can use the FIB 14 for column axial strengthening. If you have an eccentric loading, this is very a typical case. You cannot do eccentric loading case by the calculation, because you need to plot graph in such case, and the problem 4 I have considered here. The interaction curve you need to maintain, the simplified curve of interaction, the interaction curve of unstrengthened column ACI has drawn. Then they have calculated the factors for, and they have plotted the interaction curve for the strengthened section. So by manually you are not able to do plot interaction diagram for each and every column. So that is why in such case for eccentric loading column, and we have lots of problems with eccentric loading column. So in such case, the software is very much helpful. So Now I am moving towards the eccentric column. The column dimension is 400 by 400, the same. This is how you can see I have additionally added bending moment X and Y. This is the diagram you can see for anticipated load. This value is going outside this curve. This is why it needs strengthen. This is at just at the verge of this, but we can increase up to more. And for that, we can have this 600 GSM of 2 layer of wrap, and the capacity of confined concrete is shown in this diagram. So you can see there is interaction curve for confined concrete and for unconfined concrete, and this was the point for which we were designing the column. So this is how you can understood that this eccentric column can also be strengthened using this Carvadul software. So this is how we design FRP with ACI 440. To refer ACI guidelines, you will definitely learn more, and you will have queries more, and then probably we will be more interactive in such case. But definitely thank you very much for your time and attention, because I have taken more than 1.5 hours, or I guess 2 hours for this session. So sorry for that. But if there is any query, please raise, and otherwise we can close this session now.
Hi, Sachin.
Yes.
It was quite interesting session. We'll try our hands with the software, and I'm sure people will have many queries to ask. Before going on to that technical part, may I ask, once we are done structural strengthening using these fiber wraps, do we need to provide any external fireproofing for the system if the carbon strips remains exposed to the atmosphere?
For fire, definitely this system is based on epoxy. So epoxy has a limitation with the fire, but you can have the Sika offers you a different solutions for fire rating systems. If you have particular requirement for that, we can provide you an additional solutions over this FRP system, which is the fire graded mortar, which reduce the time, or which is having a fire rating of 3 hours, 4 hours, depending upon your requirement. And by combination of these two, we can definitely give solution to the client.
Okay. Okay.
Is there any other query from the team, or should we close this session now?
I think Sachin, what this is Manish here from Bureau. Since we have already exhausted the time and people have to just jump on to another meetings, what I would request is in the chat box, if you can just send your email ID. So whatever questions the team has, we will compile it and send it across to you.
Sure. Thank you very much. I will share your my email ID on the email, because I guess you will not able to access the chat box once I close this meeting. So I will send. I will, because already Sanjay has my email ID and my contact number as well. That is already mentioned in my mail. The invite that I have shared to you, it is my number and my contact details are there. If it is not
Fair
there, I will additionally send to this Sanjay, because the only email ID what I have.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
okay.
okay. I'll share.
Thanks, Sachin. Thanks for
Thank
a
you. Thank you. Bye.
lovely session. It was quite enlightening, and we could learn a lot of new things. So thank you
Okay.
very much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.